Hi guys, this is Sonsonmushi, and this is going to be a twin flame energy check-in reading. I was inspired to do so for a few reasons. One being that today is November 11th, which is 11/11. Another is that it's a mirrored time right now, so it's 4:14. If you look at the clock, so it's really cool with the 414. Another is that Mystic Moon uploaded a 11/11 portal reading for Twin Flames, and I was about to watch it, but I looked at the time and I was like, I should do a reading first, and makes me want to use her deck and kind of see the energy readings for how everyone's doing on their Twin Flame journey. Of course, if you're guided here for love messages, if you're I don't know, sure or not sure of your connection, whatever it is, just if these messages resonate, please take them, regardless of how you feel about that term. So you can see this as a romance check-in reading and stuff like that as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and see where everybody is at. Alright, so I hope you guys have been doing well on your journeys. I know my journey's been pretty intense, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have been having some challenges or difficulties as well. So I'm actually going to kind of start with the challenges going on. So I'm going to say over here is going to be you, and the other that might be divine masculine or feminine, divine masculine or feminine, however you resonate. I resonate as the divine feminine, and so that's what this is going to be to me, and then the other person as divine masculine. But if you resonate however you want and it swaps and stuff, that's totally fine too. Just kind of take the messages if they resonate. So challenges for you right now to kind of see if this message might resonate. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Pause. Well, that's pretty, yeah, that makes sense. So your challenge is dealing with this pause, and keeping level-headed. Your challenge has a lot to do with needing to heal during this time, but there's still much for you to work out on your journey. Conclusion, you're at a time right now where things are coming to a conclusion, and this isn't necessarily just about the twin flame journey. I'm really getting that there are keys to unlocking more doors for your healing, and so your challenge is kind of allowing that to happen for some reason, because that can be quite intense depending on how things are going for everyone during this time. Right now, I just want to give you all a heads up. We're in Mercury retrograde, and so that is a time for things like miscommunication or the past coming up and things like that. So your challenge right now might be feeling conclusions. It might be feeling like things are coming back from the past and you thought you had dealt with them before, or that progress was being made, and suddenly it feels like backtracking or something. And so I just want to let you know that that can very much have to do with the Mercury, that is the planet that's in retrograde, and that's supposed to end around December 6th. Third party and return. So This, I feel, is about releasing the past. This could be releasing exes, but I feel this is like moving away. A challenge right now might be that you have a lot of like, I'm sensing this is a lot of like support from like a third party, whether that's like a partner or a family member or just like something of that sort, where you have to rely on something that's not you for things going on right now. And it's like you want your independence. So I feel like your challenge right now is sort of fighting for your independence and getting to a point in your life where actually you can return to this person, to your twin flame. So that seems to be your challenges. And then the other person's challenges right now, I'm getting this shadow work and muse. As well as refocus and unawakened. So I feel like the other person, your twin flame's challenge right now is trying to, I feel like they're really busy with their own self, like dealing with like their own shadows, their like fears and whatnot, but like they're also like working, or like there's like some sort of job or like situation that they're in that they have to keep working on, like responsibilities, whatever those responsibilities are. And so with the responsibilities and with all the shadow work, it's really difficult for them to come towards you at this time. So their challenge may be refocusing and going back within like themselves. Their challenge might be that they're stepping away at this time. So energetically, it looks like the challenge is coming together and that right now you're very much focused on like finishing up some like previous stories in your life, so and like becoming like a new you, and they are also trying to put the past behind them. They are trying to come to terms with who they are, perhaps, and come to terms with how much they know and how much they don't know, and being comfortable with all of it. Maybe they kind of figured that they were just never gonna know and just always be unawakened, and so their challenge is figuring out how to awaken. I think they're going through a lot of shadow work because maybe you've inspired them a lot, and I feel like they really want to, I'm hearing, get on your level. I feel like they want to really ascend and get on your level and awaken and understand this connection, as well as understand, therefore, themselves. So maybe they fear right now that they don't really understand themselves or this universe, perhaps, as much as they thought they did before. And so that's their challenge. Their challenge seems to be very much figuring out how to take the next steps to figure themselves out and whatnot. So I hope those messages resonate. Some things going well. So what is helping your connection right now? Those are some some challenges that you're going through that I think are still helping the connection, of course, because once you both get through those, that's going to bring you even closer towards like energies of union. But at this time, what you are experiencing from the connection that is very healing is destruction. So what I'm getting from this message is that right now things feel completely undone. Everything's kind of reset. That's another thing about Mercury retrograde. And I heard a lot about it from like Rainbow Harmony, and so she just talks about like it's a good time for anything. So redo, reset, refocus. Oh hey, yeah. So Mercury retrograde is their blockage right now, and yours too, all of ours. And so what's helping as well is also Mercury retrograde, is also this destruction, the things coming apart right now, because this is clearing away so that we can rebuild. Yeah, another re. So what's helping is destruction. What's helping is, this is a form of a new beginning. So this is a new beginning right now that you and your twin flame are going through right now, and that feels differently depending on where we're all at in the journey. I feel many of you guided here are in separation. Victim. Something that will help is understanding there's nothing you can do. This is not your fault. You haven't done anything wrong. There was just, as this person with your hands tied, this is like the only route that was going to happen. Whether or not you said things or said too many things or too little things, I'm just speaking from my experience, but whatever the situation, whatever was said or wasn't said, this destruction was bound to happen, and this is a very positive energy, actually, that you don't have to feel helpless, that you can focus in on your life and keep healing during this time of pause. This is bringing an end to the year. You know, it's November, up is like December, and then the year is over. So your challenge is just making it through the rest of the year. Perhaps you were really, really looking forward to seeing this other person this year, but your challenge might have to be coming to terms with there are more delays, and that you might have to wait longer, and but still work and do things for your life. So don't quit just yet. You know, there's 2 more months before 2018 is over. I feel a challenge is just come to terms with, you know, you might not come into union this year. You know, there's only a couple months of the year left, but there's no need to feel like a victim in this journey. You can it's okay to come to terms and understand, you know, this can't be helped. This is all that has happened now, and so accepting what has happened and choosing to free yourself from that, I feel, is a very positive energy. And yeah, there's so much love from your situation that is worth looking into, like soul family, soul tribe. There's more than just this one connection. And as soul tribe, no matter how far apart, you're always gonna see each other. You're always gonna be connected in the 5D, you know, the 5th dimension. So through your dreams, if you want to allow for telepathy, I feel you can communicate with your twin flame really well and really clearly at this time, funny enough, even though Mercury in retrograde is supposed to be a time for difficulties with communication. I'm seeing something going really well for you is communicating on an energetic level. And then another thing going really well for you on this journey is, the answer is no. The answer is no. This is something that I feel is supposed to be very positive to hear, that if you're wondering, is now the time to communicate? Is now the time to reach out? Is now the time to come into union? You know, I think your twin flame knows it subconsciously or consciously, or, you know, because whatever they're doing, they are aware that now's not the time. So Spirit is letting you know this is not the time to reach out and come together. There are many challenges you're facing, again, with your past of gaining your independence, I would say, and finding all that within yourself, of course, and going towards that just simply right now is not the time for this connection in like the material world aspect. So that's what I'm getting. And so that's helping you for the union. So funny enough, being separated right now is the supporting energy to bringing you together. So if you're worried about that, Spirit wants to let you know not to worry. Don't worry. Seeds have been planted in this dirt, and keep searching for your soul tribe. There's other connections for you to meet, to learn certain things. There's somehow, even though you've learned plenty about how much you are worthy of, you know, romance and love and that partner, there are still certain lessons to learn, not just about that, but just about what you're doing here at this particular point in time, like your life purpose, pretty much, that goes beyond this connection, but is probably going to need this connection in the future. I feel you and your twin flame will work really well as partners, but you have to, if you got together now, you would possibly be so in love that you would lose your focus and not know what it is that you want to do in this life. I feel you have many ideas for what you want to do, but apparently the answer is no. You have not found everything quite yet that you need before coming together. And so what's helping this person is forgiveness. So they're healing. This shadow work, I feel these challenges are so connected. So their shadow work is helping them see themselves for who they truly are, which is really someone who's not a villain, someone who is worthy of forgiveness and healing. And so I think they are forgiving themselves. So what's helping them right now with this connection, what's the connection is helping them with, and what's helping them bring towards union is forgiveness. So whoever they're forgiving, that's helping them a lot. It's guiding them, yeah. So they are, so spiritually, they're trying to find their way to you. They know that the material world is not how you connect entirely. They know that they can be next to people but still feel so distanced. So where you guys are at, funny enough, it's like they just feel like they're being guided to you, and that you're getting closer and closer. It's like no matter how much time passes, you guys are just like connected, and yeah, I feel like they're listening to their guide, their inner voice, and that they're soul searching to find you. So that, and whatever they're trying to find in general, maybe forgiveness as well, maybe also their own life purpose and their own soul tribe, which, you know, we're all connected, but, you know, so those are some messages I'm getting. Self-worth, yeah, so much about the self and healing, and so they're being guided to do all of this, and, fear. And they are, yeah, they're the shadow work. They're letting their shadow do some of the work now. They're letting their fears come up. Maybe they blocked out their fears, and then in doing so would block out certain guidance that would help them. And so now what's helping them is their fears, which kind of sucks. So right now there's a lot of past and fear, and I feel maybe childhood issues or perhaps trauma coming up in some sort of way for your twin flame, for this other person, and that is helping them. Just like how now is not the time is helping you, difficult situations are helping them. And so sending healing and wishing the best for each other is a very helpful energy right now. But Spirit is saying, and I know this, like, you might want to help knowing they might be going through a rough time, but Spirit is just saying right now the best you can do is just like send them your love by enjoying the company around you right now, feeling their presence and letting them hang out with you and your soul tribe through Spirit, and allowing them to come in and hang out from a distance, you know, from afar. That seems to be helping them, and they are trying to keep going and focusing on their self-worth and their self-forgiveness. And I think doing what's best for themselves, despite being in this state of shadow and fear and unawakening right now and stuff like that, I feel that is inspiring you to keep on doing what's best for yourself. So there's a lot of mirroring as usual, and I feel like you guys are very much on a very positive path right now. It's just Mercury in retrograde is just a pretty intense time. So let's get into an energy of, with all that in mind, just maybe how you're thinking of one another. Okay, so you're thinking about this other person, you're thinking about planning, coming together and doing this rationally. So it's like you do see it's possible and that there's just more for you on the horizon, that you've got to get out there, and where you are right now is not the world, and you need to go see the world, whatever that means to you. And then how the other person is seeing you. So I feel like you see them as someone who has experienced a lot of the world, and so you want to do that as well. And how they see you and are thinking about you. I get the 10 of Cups. So, wow. They feel at home with this connection. It seems as though they really feel deep love for you and perhaps want to commit in the long run with you as well. So, the 3 of Swords. This might be causing, some heartache because they may not be communicating with you. So, I see that this is how they feel about you, and then what they're doing with that is holding on to it. And this is what you feel about them, like wanting to come together and planning for it. But then, just how they have the fears over here. You've got fear coming up that's making it difficult for you to keep your eye on the horizon, to keep moving forward with actually walking forward and taking the steps to the person. So you might take actions out of heartache, but again, these are just the energies of what you're feeling about each other. So you feel confident that you want to come together, but you're unsure if it's going to happen. They are aware of this. They do want this, but they are not ready to let go of their current lifestyle, their past. They're not ready to let the past of them go, and like maybe other people in their past go as well. So they have a lot of releasing to do still, and you still have a lot of healing to get through. Spirit's advice for you is keep growing, build your life more, and just keep focusing on that. That's going to be very, very beneficial for you, of course, just in general, but this will help you feel very good about your own physical body. Like, I'm just speaking from experience. Maybe you have ulcers or migraines or scoliosis or whatever it is. maybe it's even more serious, and maybe a lot of physical ailments are coming up around this time of Mercury retrograde and things like that. Maybe health issues are kind of always just around. So Spirit is just kind of saying you have more healing to work on. So Spirit's advice is keep working on your healing journey. Try your best and continue to trust in this connection so long as you feel good about it, and that it's healthy and doesn't feel like toxic or that it's holding you back in some sort of way. And if it's holding you back, perhaps it's the past that is actually holding you back and not really specifically this person. And then Spirit's advice for this person, Spirit's advice really does seem to be to let this go and move forward, to allow the opportunity when it comes into their environment to take up that opportunity and to release the past. So Spirit's advice, seeing how you're probably doing this, Spirit's advice is that they've been slowly, think about this Four of Pentacles as putting your foot on the brake, and then letting go of it is like slowly releasing the brake. So Spirit's advice is for them to keep releasing the brake. They are doing that. They're doing it slowly. And you have to allow the car to go that speed. If you're both cars, take this as your car and their car, and like they're going this way. They want to slow down, but to slow down, you've got to slow down. If you keep pursuing and chasing this car, you're gonna crash and it's gonna hurt. But if you allow the person to slow down and let them stop, then you can stop, and then you don't have to take this as a car analogy anymore, and you can come together. But yeah, it's kind of like slow down. It really looks like your advice is give this person space. Give this person time. During Mercury retrograde, I'll just... okay, so those are the final messages. Let's look at some future messages for December. Let's see what you guys are looking like in December. So, we get the Seven of Swords. Spirit is just saying we would be totally lying to you if we said this is all going to be done by December. Just like Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with helping the shift, but this is still a longer process than just that. So don't plan for trying to see them anytime soon. That's only going to cause more confusion and deception and delays from Spirit's side, actually, because by pursuing them, it's just going to create that car analogy again. Spirit saying you might wish that this was the year for spending and celebrating holidays or whatnot with this loved one, but Spirit saying deep down there's some heavy things for the holidays for you to deal with. And I feel same with this person. I feel like the holidays is actually a very intense time for both of you, and that this is a very connected energy, that a lot is being unspoken because there's a lot that goes wrong, I'm hearing, during the situation for the holidays for you guys. Or if it's not the holidays for you guys out there, just during maybe the winter and the fall season, or maybe it's just right now, that's just what's going on, that you're both connectedly not fully understanding what's going on. So Spirit's hiding from you what is gonna be in store for December and the rest of the year. It just looks like it's slow and steady. Just try to also put the brakes, and contemplate and rest. Just give this connection a rest for the time being. It'll be difficult, so if you feel guided to, and you feel their energy and whatnot, there's plenty of things you can try to do, or maybe you're just meant to go through a difficult time of feeling their energy. But yeah, this seems to be the energy for the rest of the year. So That doesn't mean, like, you know, if those messages don't resonate, yeah, I'm just getting that, yeah, the rest of the year, winter, you're going to be overcoming a lot separately and together. In the physical world, you're overcoming this on your own. Spiritually, you're doing a lot together and really supporting each other and have been supporting each other very well. So that's awesome. And the final message is the Ace of Wands. So energetically, it's going to be a really powerful remaining year for the twin flame connection. Energetically, neither of you are giving up. Yeah, communication. So let it be. Just let it be. And you know, if the energy shifts, then go from there. But for right now, it really looks like now is a really good time to focus on yourself, and same with the other person. I feel their challenge is wanting to refocus, and it's kind of like you keep kind of popping up into their thoughts. Maybe you keep communicating because you're just so like devoted, and now it's like a time to like settle. And wow, I just saw the last card. Just settle on the separation during this winter. I'm gonna hide the last card so I stop flipping cards. So yeah, settle on the separation right now, and continue to just trust and love and whatnot, so long as you feel guided to be on this journey and stuff. And yeah, that's the energy check-in reading for November 11th. I hope this clarifies how things are going right now, in case any of you are confused out there. I sure was confused for a lot of my journey, especially during Halloween and whatnot, but you know, luckily I kind of like got a lot of things cleared through, and I'm still healing, and now I'm going through my physical health journey, and yeah, that was intense. So just know you guys got this. It can be very intense. My example was that I almost got sent to the ER. I basically did, but we on the way basically ran into a doctor that I go to the clinic with, and she was free actually for some reason, and so she helped me, and then it didn't help, and then I got prescribed a Vicodin, and I'm doing better now, and the pain is still there, and it's gonna be here for a while. And my dad brought home Vietnamese food, and it's really not good for me, but it's delicious, so I sense I'm gonna make some more not so amazing choices for my health. But I've received a lot of amazing support from really cool people, particularly this one person who emailed me this amazing like recipe for my like nutrition. So if any of you are interested in some really delicious food ideas that are all vegetables and fruits, just let me know, and I'd love to just copy and paste her recipes. I won't like, you know, bring her name or something like that into it. I'll be respectful with allowing like remaining anonymous and stuff, but I will just copy and paste like the recipe and whatnot. So that's all. Bye guys, take care. 3333.